In this video I'm going to create a site which allows my users to predict games for the UEFA 2020 football championships, but basically you can use the same system with every game, football, hockey, basketball and so on. I'm going to show you how to create a prediction system like this one, how to see the stats for the users, how to see the ranking table. For example, this one here, I can open up the user stats and see how he or she predicted some games. You can add joker multipliers. That means if you predict the right outcome, the scores will be doubled. I'm going to show you how to create the chat box or shout box on the right sidebar. And also I'm going to show you some other stuff, for example, how to add the countdown here. So if you're interested, then jump in because it's going to take approximately 20 minutes to accomplish all that. Okay, let's start by adding a football pool plugin to your site. So go to plugins, add new, and search for football pool. This one here. Install it and activate it. Now as you see, there is a menu called football pool on the left. Go to plugin options first. And there you see all the settings and points you can give for the predictions and for the correct answers. First thing is a joker multiplier. What is a joker? It can double your score. For example, if the correct answer gives 3 points, if you have the joker set up to the prediction, then it can double it, so you can get 6 points. I'm gonna show you it later a bit. So the joker multiplier is gonna set to 2, it doubles it. If I want to triple it, I can set it to 3. Full score, I'm gonna give 3 points for the correct answers. Total score, also 3 points. Take a look at the descriptions here. There is said what is what. Goal bonus is 1. It will give you an extra point if the user gets the goals correct for the teams. And there is no goal difference bonus for me. Next one, I'm gonna set it to automatic calculation. That means that if I enter the match scores, it's gonna automatically calculate all the scores for the users. Ranking to show, I'm gonna leave it to default ranking. I'm gonna enable jokers. As you see, there is a description that for the one predictions you can multiply the score. If you're using leagues, then activate this one here. Match time settings, you can use a UTC or custom setting or WordPress time zone setting. I'm gonna set it to +3, which is my time zone. And all the other settings here are self-explanatory. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna activate the show actual result. Points to win I'm gonna leave to 3 and points to draw is 1 as usual. Here you can set the redirection if the user logs in, where he or she is redirected. Is it home page or any other page? I'm gonna use charts. I'm gonna show you later what are the charts. I'm gonna use a favicon. And there are the pages for the matches, teams, groups and so on. If I go to the pages, as you see, the plugin created new pages here. And those are set up here. All done, save changes. Now I'm gonna go to the appearance menus and I'm gonna add the new pages to the menus. This way it's a bit easier for me to navigate later. Rules, ranking and so on. Stats, player predictions. So, player predictions, stats, ranking, predictions sheet, rules, save it, open it up. As you see, there is nothing at the moment. And under the prediction sheet also nothing. Okay, back to the plugin, football pool. And if you're using leagues, then you can customize it here for free, for money. Match types, for example, quarterfinal, semi-final, group stages and so on. You can see all the match types here. I'm gonna delete them at the moment. In the same way you can set up the venues, teams. For the teams you can set up the flags and so on, team photos if you like. Shoutbox is a nifty feature. I'm gonna show you later what it is, but basically it's a chat box for your users. Nifty feature is also a questions. For example, I can add the bonus question. For example, who will win the tournament? If the tournament starts on the 11th of June, I want this question to be answered before the first game starts. That means 11th of June, 9:45. After that, there is no way for the users to answer these questions. I'm gonna give 7 points for this question. It's gonna be multiple choice, one answer, drop down. And here goes the multiple choice options separated by the semicolon. For example, Austria, Belgium, Croatia, and so on. If I save and close it, there is no scoring at the moment, but later it will be if I set the correct answer. But all the questions are here, and you can set the questions for the specific matches if we want. For example, if there is a match list here, you can create the question. I'm going to show you later. And if the tournament is finished, I can come back here and set the right answer. For example, Croatia, save it. And if users are added some answers, then those who answered correctly, those will get 7 points. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the questions and I'm gonna delete this one here. Since I'm gonna set up this automatically, I'm not gonna do it manually. I'm gonna go to the matches and I'm gonna import matches. The plugin comes with a UEFA Euro Cup 2020 import sheets. I'm gonna select it, click on import CSV, OK. And now if I go to the matches, there are matches here, no questions, but there are teams, all the teams, Germany, third place game, and so on. There are all the UEFA 2020 championship venues, even the groups are here. Now I'm going to go to the front end, player predictions, nothing to show up here, prediction sheet. And as you see, you have to be a registered user and logged in to play in this pool. That means if I have users, I'm going to go to the users. There are a bunch of users registered, but I have to add them to the predictions or to the tournament. This one is me here. I'm going to add myself, save changes, refresh, and there it is. Now I can add my predictions. For example, Turkey 1, Italy 3, save, and there it is. Now there are a couple of things I would need to customize. As you see, there are no flags here. Therefore, go to the teams. First one here is Turkey and Italy. There is Italy. And I would have to upload the image here. So I'm going to upload all the images. I download it from the internet. Select Italy. Save and close. And now if I refresh it, there it is. Now the same way I edited all the teams, added the flags. If I would like, I can add the team photos here. For example, this one for Wales. Save and close. I'm going to go to the prediction sheet, and as you see, all the country names, flags are here. Here are my predictions. If I add, for example, 2-2 to Wales and Switzerland, save it. And the same for example, Denmark and Finland. Once again, save it. And here are my predictions. Now this one here is a joker multiplier. If I predict that Denmark will win Finland 2-1, it will give me 3 points. If the end score will be 2-1, I'm gonna get 2 extra points. 1 extra point for Denmark, 2 goals, and Finland 2 goals. If the Denmark wins 3-1, I'm gonna get 1 extra point. That means 1 for Finland correct goal. As you remember, under the plugin options, you can set it here, goal bonus and so on. So if Denmark wins 2-1, 3 points for the win, for the game outcome, 1 point for total goal score for Denmark, and 1 bonus point for Finland. That means 5 points. If I set up the joker multiplier here, this one here, it will double all the scores. That means I will get 10 points. I can set the joker multiplier only once per tournament. That means if I already set it up, I cannot set this one here. I can change it before the game. If the game is already started, I cannot change it. And now back to the questions. And I'm going to add a question. For example, will Teemu Pukki score in this game? Points, 1 extra point. Finland and Denmark is a game. I'm going to link this one. Since the game will take place on June 12th, I'm going to set the rule that the question has to be answered before June 12th, 1800. As an answer, I'm going to add a drop down. Yes and no as answers. Save and close. Now if I'm going to refresh it, as you see, there is an extra bonus question for this game here. Will Teemu Pukki score? Yes, no. For example, no, and save. Now I added one test match here between Austria and Belgium. It's going to take place today and 10 minutes from now. Therefore, I'm going to log in as some other user. But first I'm going to say that Austria will win Belgium 3-1. And it's going to be Joker multiplier. I'm going to save it. And now I'm going to log in as some other user. Now I'm logged in as other user. And this one says that Belgium will win Austria 1-3. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to log out. And log in as an other user. And this user says that it's going to be draw between Austria and Belgium. Save it. And I'm going to close this one down here. Now after the game is started, I can see the predictions the users made. As you see, this is the matches here. I'm going to go to the player predictions. This one is for me. It shows that it's only for me. But if I go to the ranking, there is a ranking table. I'm going to open up this user. And I can see that, the shop manager user predicts that it's going to be 1-1. And for customer user, he or she says that the prediction is 3-1. I cannot change it, but I can see what the other users predicted. Now I'm going to go back to the match itself. And I'm going to set the match score 3-1 to Belgium. And let's see what happened. I'm going to save it. As you see, it calculated all the scores. Time elapsed, close. Let's see what happened. I'm going to refresh here. Actual score is 3-1. This user did not get any points. If I go back to the rankings, as you see, I got 10 points. I'm going to explain it once more. I got 10 points because I had the Joker multiplier and I predicted the full outcome of the game. 3-1 as it is. I got 3 points for the game outcome. Bonus point for the Austria goal predictions. I predicted 3. Austria scored 3. And I predicted that Belgium scored 1. Belgium scored 1. So total 5. But since I have a Joker multiplier, it doubles all my scores. I got 10 points. If I go to the ranking table and open up the manager here, he got 1 point since the user predicted score 1-1 and Belgium scored 1 goal. The user got 1 point for this. And that's the way it goes. Nothing complicated here. Now let's take a look at some other options here. For example, the widgets. I'm going to open up the page itself. I'm using the Bloxy theme at the moment, therefore I'm going to add the sidebar here. Update it. Also, I'm going to add the classic block here, and if I do that, there is a football icon here. If you click here, you can add all sorts of shortcodes here. For example, list of next matches or countdown for the next match. For example, next match text before, add shortcode, update, open up the page, and there is a shortcode here that outputs this one. Although it seems that the text needs some spacing, but nevertheless I'm gonna delete it. and I can use it whatever I want to use here. At the moment I'm gonna remove it, update it, and go to widgets. And there are a bunch of widgets I can use. For example, next prediction countdown. Just drag it here, configure it. For example, next match. Save. Go to the page. Refresh it. And there it is. Next match widget. Next one, let's add the ranking widget. There is a group widget, logout, last games, and ranking widget. I'm gonna drag it here. All users, save. Now I'm gonna go to the site, refresh it, and there it is. Top 5 users ranking. Let's take a look at the other widgets here. For example, Shoutbox widget. I briefly talked about the Shoutbox, but if I drag it here and select the number of messages to display, for example 10, save it and refresh it, and there is a Shoutbox. I can use it to chat with the people. Hi guys, what do you think about last game outcome? Save it, and there's a chat box here. Now I'm gonna log in as another user to show you how will they see it. For example, I like it a lot. Save it. And now I'm like some kind of madman talking by myself. As you see, this one is a last message, this one is mine. It's a good option for the users to chat during the game or after the game. Now if you know any CSS, then you can tweak it a bit more. For example, you can make the flags smaller and so on. If you go to the groups page, there is a groups table. You can tweak it. This one with a CSS. For example, if I add this bunch of CSS here, my groups table looks like this one here, and the prediction sheet looks a bit different. As you see, its flags are smaller, days are here, and so on. If I reset it, this one is the original look. If I add my own CSS, it looks a bit different. You can do it as you like, and as you saw, it's not so difficult to add the predictions system to your WordPress site. Okay, I'm gonna publish it. Go back to the backend. Now let's take a look at the charts here. There are no charts here, therefore I'm gonna go back to the plugin options. And charts are enabled, but high charts API was not found. See help page for details. Now download the high charts API. Okay, let's download it. And as you see, I need to download a file and add it to the plugins high charts GS. So I'm gonna download it. Next, extract the downloaded file. Open it up, and under the code, copy this file here, high charts GS. Go to your plugins folder. Create a new folder, high chart GAS. Once again, it is said here. This one should be the folder name. And now paste this file inside it. Now I'm going to go to the stats page, refresh it, and as you see, my charts are working. If I open up it for the other user, I can see the stats for this user. And once again, as I said, you can tweak it with a little bit of CSS. For example, I would like the scores to be aligned center, therefore I can just grab this code here, open up the customizer, additional CSS, paste it here, and already looks better. Now I think the brief overview I made you is enough for you to get started, and I would suggest you to add some forum to your users so they can share opinions. You can customize it with a bit of CSS as you like. So now go and set the system up, start the tournament predictions, and enjoy the tournament. But before you go, take a look at the next video you see on the screen right now, because it's also full of useful content. If you're not subscribed already to my channel, then do that. Also press thumbs up to this video and let me know in the comments how did you like the video. Meanwhile, take care.